Hello, my name is Amber Gott, and this is a video for FES 430, Forest's Classroom through Oregon State University. And this video is about my curriculum for my end of term project. So my curriculum is based on 3 different subjects: creative arts, social studies, and science. And I once again focused on the age group in the pre-operational stage, but I narrowed my focus to ages 4 to 7, whereas the pre-operational stage technically goes from 3 to 7. But it could be adapted by the teacher to work more for the younger ages. In the pre-operational stage, children are still very hands-on learners. They tend to have a very short attention span, are very focused on themselves, more so than others. Also, in the later ages in this stage, they are starting to perceive some difference between what is real and pretend. And generally role-playing, hands-on activities, things that keep them active but also allow them to focus on specific aspects of the activity are ideal for this age. Children in the pre-operational stage will not do well generally sitting at a desk doing paperwork or busy work, and not being able to really engage with the subject. I'd like to quickly go over my graphic organizer. Stage 1 of my curriculum is called Establishing a Forest Site and Journal. Lesson 1, Activity 1, is a field trip to your local forest site for exploration, journaling, and observation. And this is where students will begin the journal that they'll continue throughout the curriculum in various activities. Stage 2 is exploring forest and species. There's an optional secondary field trip if teachers are able, which will help students prepare for the activity Mapping Our Forest. The next activity is Sort and Match, which we'll actually be showing in this video today. Mapping Our Forest is an activity where students will be asked to map their forest plot. And also they'll be continuing their journaling throughout these activities, and the curriculum suggests various ways that they can do that. And then stage 3 is where they start making some larger connections to the world around them and their personal lives. It's called Beyond the Forest. And the first activity is called Humans and Forest Jobs. And this focuses on having local people come in and discuss with students what they do for their jobs in relation to the forest. So this could be something as simple as loggers, wildlife biologists, park rangers. If they live in an urban environment, however, you could have an urban forest manager come in. And then Environmental Stewardship 101 is an activity where students will actually make a personal connection to their actions and how they relate to forest health. In particular, they'll be learning about recycling, energy conservation, and then choose an activity that they will actually follow through doing, such as turning off lights when they leave a room or turning off the water when they brush their teeth. So now I'd like to focus in on one particular activity in my curriculum, which is called Sort and Match. And I actually had my sister, who is 9 years old, and my oldest son, William, who is 4, actually help me with this activity in showing it for the class. And for this activity, students should have a basic knowledge of shapes and colors, but beyond that, they don't need a strong knowledge of forest species yet. This is actually a great introductory activity, or for even just younger students who are just learning about shapes and colors to get them interested in the forest. I do recommend that this happens after the field trip to the forest and some journaling has taken place, just so they can get a sense of what's in the forest and where these materials came from. Now, teachers or students will have to gather some forest materials to sort and match. I just ran out in my backyard and grabbed a bunch of different types of leaves, some different types of sticks, some smooth, some rough, and some rocks. And I also found some pine cones. So I tossed those all in a bucket and I brought them in. Students can also gather materials themselves when you're out on your field trip if you'd like. Just be sure that the gathering materials is done in accordance with local or state or federal laws. So don't go to your national park and start digging up a bunch of rocks. But beyond that, also making sure that the materials that you have will not decompose before the activity takes place. So no live plants, no animals, no insects. So basically stick to probably leaves, sticks, rocks, different things like that. Now each student or groups of students should have a clear table to store items on, and also a way to label and identify the categories they're going to create. And field guides can be useful in this activity, but probably not for younger students, just for the older students. And one of the great things about this activity is that teachers can make it as difficult or as easy as they'd like, just by editing what they bring in and put in the students' buckets. So for younger students, it may simply be yellow and red leaves, and having them just figure out, oh, this is a yellow leaf, this is a red leaf. For older students, you may have a bunch of different types of leaves from different species of trees. So first, we had my sister Seraphia and my son William make observations about the objects that I had brought in. We call it sort and match. So first, I want you guys to look at this stuff in the forest. And what do you notice about it? Bring it a little closer for. You notice the lichen?
From that tree.
From the tree, yep.
And these are acorns from a tree.
Those aren't acorns, they're pine cones. They're pretty close. Do you know where pine cones come from? What type of tree?
I don't know. A pine tree.
A pine tree. In this next clip, you see them sorting the objects into different categories. I did help my son William, trying to sort of give him guiding questions because he wasn't too happy about participating today. So we worked together and he guided the different groupings. What you're going to do is you're each going to get a box of items and you're going to try to sort them. You're going to try to put the stuff that looks the same together, and either by color or by shape or by how they feel, if they're rough or smooth. What do you notice about the stick? Is it smooth or bumpy?
Bumpy.
It's bumpy? What else is in here that's maybe bumpy?
None.
Nothing?
Is it smooth or hard?
Is it smooth or is it soft or hard?
Hard.
It's hard.
It can't break. It's not hard.
I think the word you're looking for is brittle. Alright, so this is hard. I'll put it here with a bunch of hard stuff. What else is hard?
A rock.
The rocks are hard?
Here.
What do we find out with these? These break? Okay, so where do they go? Do they go here to the other sticks, or go from a different place?
Here.
Over here? Okay.
Until they're blowing.
Because they're broken?
They're hard.
That's hard. So where's your hard stuff?
Here.
Okay.
And only one hard.
Is that hard?
No.
No? You can put it in a soft pile? Okay. Then I had my students explain the categories that they put objects into. And if time allows, you could have students brainstorm a couple different ways to sort their objects. In our case, my son William was pretty much done as soon as I let him go, so we didn't get a chance to try to see if he could figure out other ways to sort the objects. What's the categories? Why are these hard? Hard? A, R, D, hard.
And it's not hard.
So why are these all together?
That's so hard.
These are hard? Okay. Why are these over here?
Until they're break.
These break? And why are these over here?
They're funny.
Because they're what?
They're funny.
Because they're crunchy? So my curriculum is focused on allowing students to get a basic idea of what a forest is, how it works, what sort of animals they may find in their local forest, and then also connecting that to what they can do on a personal level and what sort of jobs or careers involve the forest and what those jobs and the people that do those jobs actually do for the forest. So not only allowing students to learn about what they can do and how the forest connects to their lives, but also how it connects to humans in general.